Welcome to Rich on the Road Across America.
Well, I had about 12,000 miles on Lucille's old Dunlop tires, and I had to replace them. The front tire was getting bald on one side, so I really need to replace that one more so than the rear, but they both needed it. So now I have a new set of Dunlop 404s. They should get me another 14,000 miles out of them. That will take me on my round trip to California and back. So Lucille's got some new shoes. Last time we went camping, I had the Coleman 6. It was a large 6-person tent. It was intended for Rose and I to go and have a large room each to have our own privacy and travel across country. Well, since Rose isn't going now, I can downscale to a smaller tent. So I've got the Big Agnes Blacktail 3 Hotel. I'll put it up in just a second. It's much smaller. It weighs about 7 pounds. The other one weighed about 27 pounds, almost 30 pounds, and it takes up a lot less room than the other one did. So this is gonna be a lot better in the trailer, give me room to buy trinkets to bring back from the trip. So let's go over, put it up, and I'll show you the features of the tent. The rainfly is separate from the tent. There are two different layers. So you can use it with the rainfly, like I've got it displayed here, and you have a little storage area, or you can remove the rainfly and have just the tent. On the back side, the rainfly comes down here, the tent comes down along the ridge. So that means you have a little extra dry storage space here, as well as in the front. So I'm inside. This is considered a 3-person tent, although it'd be 3 people packed in tight. It's really more of a 2 very comfortable people. I'm gonna be using it by myself. I'll be sleeping on this side, have my dry storage here. You're inside the rainfly front tent. And back here is the rear rainfly area. Put boots and helmets, stuff like that back here and keep them dry. And where you are, I can put the larger items to keep this area nice and open and clear for me. There are mesh pockets up top, 2 of them, and 1 at the bottom corner on this side of the tent. They have little access areas where you can run a cable up and have your phone or tablet up here. I'm thinking about I might actually lay here, slide my tablet down into the mesh, run a wire up to it from the generator, and watch movies, from above. Just lay down and look up. The tent is mesh from top down to this area. Then we have the nylon solid sides, and then we have the tray at the bottom. And the main reason I bought this was because these tents are all mesh at the top, and I'll be traveling day by day. I don't know what the weather's going to be. So there's going to be times when I have to put the tent up in the rain. And with a mesh top, that means nothing but rain gets inside the tent, so the inside of your tent is wet. Great thing about this is I can take the tent down or put the tent up underneath the rainfly. So in fact, I put the rainfly up first, then the tent. So let me show you how that works. It's just little hooks on the tent. And if I unhook all of them while staying dry, I can actually put up and take down the tent while it's raining outside and keep the inside of my tent from getting wet. I think that's fantastic. Then of course, it's going to be a beautiful night. I just don't put the rain fly up at all and just live underneath the mesh. So we'll see how this works. But this was the main selling point to me, was that I could put the rain fly up first, come in dry, and put up the tent. Or take down the tent while it's raining and keep the inside of the tent dry, so when I get to the next site, inside my tent's not all messed up. I've been told that this is a little bit loud at times when it's windy, because it is 2 layers of tenting. The outside will flap against the inside sometimes, so you get a little extra noise, but I think that'll be all right. The selling point of staying dry while putting up and taking down was a big seller to me. I've never made a video without my hat on, so here I am without the little scraggly hair sticking out the back of a hat. This is my hair, so I thought I'd have a little change here and show you what I really look like. And since we're talking about change, how about this? How's that for a change? I've never had a bald head before. I've had punk rock, I've had short hair, I've had hair halfway down my back when we got married. It was all the way down my back. I've had corporate hair, conservative hair, all that stuff, but I've never had a bald head. So this is a first. Wow. So how's that for a change? Wow. Here we go. Well, there it is, all cleaned up and shined up. Never done that before in my life. It's a first. Actually, my family doesn't even know I'm doing this, so you're the first guys to see it. They're not gonna like it, I'm sure, but you only live once. See you guys.
I may be poor, but I'm rich on the road across America.